Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of What the Hell Podcast. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way real quick before we jump into stuff. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, do all that shit. And for God's sake, send Sean an email.
Still don't got one.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell?
What's happening?
And welcome back. We are back with another episode of the What the Hell Podcast. I'm going to be spearheading this episode today. I am your host, TJ. As always, I am joined by my two co-hosts. There's the one to my left if you're watching on YouTube. If not, someone introduce themselves.
What is wrong with you?
I love it. I'm the other co-host, Sean, and then there's that guy down there. He's down there. Wait,
And I'm not drinking alcohol.
Why?
I don't know.
I can't. I'm having a Coca-Cola Zero, so I'm with you.
Well, I'm not the only one.
Introduce yourself.
No,
Do it.
you can't make me.
This is true. I can't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are also joined by Jason.
We could kind of do the. We could do that.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't want to introduce yourself. Shut up!
I am Jason Waterfalls.
No, we're also joined by Jason, who is being difficult because he just got back from a road trip, so he's acting like a fucking 3-year-old. Okay,
That's true. That is true.
I'm tired. You guys made me be here.
Might have actually been worse if I was drinking alcohol. I'm just drinking sugar, so I don't know if that's bad or worse.
I don't know.
Anyways, so we're gonna jump into the episode because all three of us have shit to do tomorrow. So before we jump into the topic, let's get the usual out of the way. We're gonna start with Sean. Sean, how was your week?
Week was okay. Work, a lot of meetings, but they were out of town, so that was actually kind of nice. Out of town meetings. We down on South Padre Island.
I know.
Which was rough, but I survived.
You poor bastard.
It was meetings are meetings. It was good. Got a lot of shit done. Got to see some cool shit, and back at home doing my thing. That's really kind of par for the course week, really.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Can't complain. Now we'll toss it over to the magnificent jackass, Jason. How was your week?
Yeah, about the same. Yeah, little work and trying to stay busy at work, or not really trying to stay busy at work, but trying to remember all the shit that I have to do at work. And then pretty much a weekend road trip to Pittsburgh. Halloween party. But yeah, yesterday low key. Today was more just got up. The young lady in the other room over there somewhere was hosting, or not hosting, but throwing a baby shower for her best friend. So it gave me a nice opportunity to be on my own for a little bit. So I went and sat at Panera and tried to expand on a new skill, which is video editing.
Well, I mean, worst case, you're at Panera. They got some pretty good mac and cheese.
Oh no, I enjoyed that, but
yeah,
just got home. What time is it now? Like maybe an hour. No, maybe not an hour ago. It's 45, somewhere in there, an hour-ish.
Hour ago? No, it wasn't an hour. It's 58 minutes ago.
I don't remember.
No, it was 57.
It was somewhere.
That's Jason's way of going, I just got home.
Something like that, yeah.
So, you ever talk to someone that does that's the way they tell their stories? They got to get every fucking minutiae detail down there. And like my son will do that. Like it was about 11:30. Well, no, it might have been 11:25.
No,
No.
your kid. No. Your kids are the worst at that. It used to drive me.
No, Colton is the
fucking-
worst at that.
No, all of them do it. They drive me fucking crazy. What time is it? It's 11:30. Well, no, it's 11:26. No, it's fucking 11:30. Okay.
It takes like what should be a 1-sentence explanation takes 15 minutes as they try to get the details down. They should probably write books, right? Because it's why I can't write a book. I would, if I wrote a book, it would probably not say, "It was a dark and stormy night. The trees were whistling in the breeze that was coming in." I'd go, "It was dark and windy."
Dark and windy. Someone died.
If I wrote a book, I guarantee you the first 2 words would be "this motherfucker."
That's a good way to start a book.
Yeah. That'd be a challenge to start every chapter that way.
Oh, I think I could do it.
Just do it. Just do a 2-page book. One page with like a picture, and the other page just says, "This motherfucker, he dead," and then that's it. That's the whole book.
It would probably sell.
Just make it like a 300-page coffee table book with just like 2-sentence "this motherfucker" stories.
Either that or go the
Someone
design.
put that shit on Amazon. I'm about to be a fucking thousandaire.
Go the design.
This motherfucker went to market. This motherfucker stayed home.
The audio
This
This
Motherfucker had roast
motherfucker
beef.
got stabbed in the neck and now he don't breathe no more.
have the audio book narrated by Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, that could have known all my profits though.
Just go the design round. Just do a 300-page book with 1 word on each page.
Ugh.
This
Anyways,
motherfucker-
let's reel it back in. Kind of getting off the rails here. But anyways, my week, about the same. Same as usual.
Oh wait, I forgot. DJ, how was your week?
No, you didn't even need to do that.
Oh, all right, never mind. I retract it.
Well, fuck you too. Okay. So now let's jump into the topic, boys. So what I've decided to do is, because we get on here, I mean, it's one point it was weekly, but we're trying to get better, but fucking life happens. What do you do?
Yeah.
And we rail on stuff, and the origin of the name, what the hell? And you think, it's automatically a question. You think, what the hell? I'm gonna take a different approach to it. I'm gonna take a different approach to it today. So instead of like railing on shit, because the world's negative enough, you wake up every day, you see the news, more fucked up shit happens every day. So what I want to do with this episode, and fans, if you decide that you hate this and you never want us to do this again, more power to you. All you gotta do is let us know. But this week, I'm looking at the question of what the hell, as in, what the hell? So, what the hell? This week, we're going to talk about our proudest moments.
Damn.
Damn it.
So,
Okay.
I figured that was going to be the reaction. So, I only have 2, and these aren't 2 like, I mean, I don't number mine, but these are 2 that stick out in my mind, that pop into my head every once in a while when I'm feeling down, and they give me a little pick me up. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, and I don't mean to turn this into like a pissing contest of like the 3 of us sit here and go, look how great we are. But it's just 3 moments that I think back on, or not 3, but 2, that I think back on and I go, fucking makes me feel good.
All right.
So I will start. I will kick this off. And if you 2 aren't really even listening to me because you're sitting there trying to think of your own, I don't blame you.
So now we actually have a legit excuse to tune you out.
As if you needed one
Oh.
before.
Well, Jason sure didn't.
And mute.
His lips stopped moving. His lips stopped moving.
Freeze frame.
Okay. So I will start us off.
Oh.
So, like I said, these are moments that I will every once in a while think about, and they will just make me feel good. And these aren't like huge moments in my life. It's not like, especially with like Sean, I know like I put you in like a very weird position because like the amount of children you have, graduating high school, their birth, all that, the various accomplishments they've made throughout their life.
Oh,
So
now you got to pick your favorite kid.
no, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. That's why I was like, these are just
Oh,
like
no.
these are like little small things that I just like occasionally think back on and just like, hell yeah.
I'll tell you
So
which one of your kids is my favorite. Milo.
Should have seen that coming.
Milo.
So I'll start
My
mine
dog.
off. So my first one that will occasionally pop into my head was I was living with Sean in Texas. This is when we were on Christopher. I think I wasn't that. This is my second stint in Texas. I wasn't that fresh out there. You know, I was doing my thing at HEB, but you know, we were, you know, this is before you got like super serious with Stephanie and all that. So we were still just kind of, you know, doing our thing.
Yeah.
One day he came up to me and said, you know, Jordan's softball. She's really struggling at the plate. Do you have anything you think you could do? Like help her? I was like, yeah, you know, just, you know, give me some time with her and have her bring her bat and all that. So I don't remember how long after that, but it wasn't that long. I remember you came in my room and you got me, and I went out back with Jordan. And first thing I did was, you know, show me your batting stance. And, you know, I kind of showed her, you know, all right, correct this, you know, this is where your power's coming from. This is what you want to do, da 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 da. And so you, Sean, had bought a thing because the backyard we had at Christopher wasn't conducive for hitting baseball.
It was tiny.
Yeah, I mean, like you're gonna hit another house, break a window, da da da.
It's a duplex backyard, so.
But, or no, this wasn't Christopher. This was Wayne. That's
Okay,
what I meant.
yeah.
Wayne. Yeah, not Christopher Wayne.
Gotcha. Okay. Bigger backyard, but still, yeah, not great for.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
You're good.
But you had bought this thing that was a softball, but in between it was two strings. One end was a hook, other end was some handles.
The zip pitcher thing.
Yeah. So I corrected her swing, and then you guys, I'm pretty sure, spent the next hour out there.
Oh yeah.
And you were just standing at the end of it, pulling it for her every time, and she was just swinging.
Yep.
Cut to maybe a couple days later. Okay, I get another knock on my door, and it's you going, we're going to Jordan's softball game. You want to come and see what your hitting coaching did? And I wasn't doing anything at the time. I was like, all right, yeah, let's go. So I went, and they batted first, and Jordan was leading off.
I remember this
and this was literally right after I fucking gave her the little pointers. She smacked the ball to dead left center, right in the gap, all the way to the wall, opening triple.
Yep. Standing.
I have never been so proud in my life.
That's a
I
good
remember
one.
that.
That's a moment I will occasionally think about if I ever have like a bad day or just like down on myself or whatever. That's a moment that I just will randomly pop into my head, and I'm just like, hell yeah. Like it always like fires me up, it pumps me up. So yeah.
As well it should.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember that one. That's a good one.
that's my first one. So I mean, if you
That
two need a
fucking
little bit more time,
that saw that pitching thing. I remember seeing something on TV, and it's it's a regulation size ball with the two strings, and someone's holding a handle, two handles like this, and then you just pull apart, which sends the ball down, and you can pull one further than the other to do curveballs and all that. And yeah, we beat the shit out of that thing. Yeah, I remember that. That was a good one.
but yeah, like I've never like, and the worst part is, and this is kind of like a dumb shit story afterwards, but like, so Jordan smacks the triple, she gets brought home, right? So like, I'm a sports fan, so now I'm fired up. So they started a rally after that. Like
Oh
they
yeah,
had another runner coming home,
that
and
was a good game.
There was like a single or a double into the outfield, and the runner's coming home, and instinctively, like these are like 12-year-old girls, like I just yelled slide, and she slid, and like she was safe and nothing happened. But then I had a parent tap me on my shoulder and go, "So my daughter's on second. Please don't do that." And I just remember having to go like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. Like I just got into it. I'm so like you don't have to worry about. I'm not going to be that guy."
But you remember that's the polar opposite of the parents that were in that league. Most of them were worse than you ever were. That's one of the things that drove me nuts. So that was the one parent that didn't want that. Yeah. It was also shortly before I almost killed Jordan's softball coach.
Well, yeah, I remember that incident too.
Yeah, that was another entertaining day. But what
But
you
yes,
got there, Waterfalls?
Well, I was going to say I'll leave the floor open to either one of
Okay.
you who have a loaded topic, but if not, I have a second one if you need more time.
I got a couple.
Mine wouldn't necessarily be as far as like personal accomplishment as much as it's just a situation that arose from way back when that at least still makes me feel good, makes me smile.
Yeah, and that's the parameters. There doesn't have to be any other parameters other than that.
Well, I mean, the short version of the beginning of the story is I used to be married,
Yes.
and my ex during the course of all that, my ex-wife's brother had two kids, two girls, and so like you would if you're married to a family or someone's family member and all that, we would babysit them, we would so they grew up pretty much being around myself and my ex-wife.
If you're married
And
to a family member, what the fuck is going on in Ohio? Continue.
I know, right?
That only happens in Arkansas.
You never know, it might happen in Ohio, you never know.
Mississippi.
Good thing I don't live in Ohio anymore. At least not at the moment. Close enough to it, so it's kind of what is it? Not by osmosis, by proximity.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll happen again.
Guilty by association.
But there you go. But so everything happens with my ex-wife. This would have been the end of January 2017. So it's been about 6 years. And up until when everything was happening, the tail end of that year, which would have been the first year everything was going on, I tried to stay in contact just because, I mean, it would, and I was very, very kind of choked up about the fact that they wanted me around, because I mean, at that point I had been one of the only uncles they had at the time for at least a little while, because her sister wasn't married at the time or close to that or something like that. So we turned into going to this local kind of shitty haunted house, because at the time they were both younger than teenagers, so they were not toddlers, but like preteens kind of thing.
Tween.
Yeah, there we go. And took them there, and it turned into a yearly thing. Like every year, like I actually, even after everything, because like I said, their aunt, my ex-wife now lives in Florida, and but they would contact me out of the blue, go, "Hey, are we going to the haunted house this year?" And I'm like, and it was one of those where the next year, because obviously the first year everything happened, it was just because I was trying to keep a hold of anything I had. And when they kept
Yep.
reaching out, it was kind of like, oh, holy shit. Like it was one of those like good feeling things. Like I left that much of an impression, despite the fact that, their aunt and me, myself aren't married anymore. And
Yeah.
they still, even now, they're both, one of them's a year from graduating high school, and the other one's about to turn 16 not too long ago. And I couldn't last year because I was living in Vegas, but as soon as we got back here, one of them reached out to me about going this year. And I'm like, but because I keep doing that thing to ask them, like, I mean, this is like okay, right? Because as soon as obviously they get to a certain age, it's like, you would think they're going to outgrow going, because it really is shitty. It's a shitty local haunted house. It's more funny than it is scary. And
Yeah.
I've even asked them about going to actual like better haunted houses, and they're like, no, this is our thing. We go out to dinner, we get tacos, and then we go out and go to the haunted.
Yeah, and yeah, you see, what you've established is a different thing. It's not about the haunted house.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not about the quality of the tacos. It's every year we go to this place and then we go to this haunted house, and it's just tradition, and
I,
that's
I even
beautiful.
I even
Dude.
joked with the one. I even joked with the oldest because as we were leaving, uh, I said, "So are we doing this next year?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "So what about the year after that?" She goes, "Yeah, we're going." I said, "What about when you're in college?" She goes, "Well, I'm not sure I'm going to college, but yeah, we're still going." I'm like, that was just one of those like, it's that impression that you kind of go like, "Holy crap, okay, that was."
You like me. You
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
like me.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah,
well, I mean, you absolutely should be proud of that,
Oh,
because
yes.
like it's one of them things where like you've made such an impression on them where it's like it doesn't matter what's going on at this time. I'm going to this fucking haunted house and I'm eating
yep,
tacos. That is that
Yeah.
day, and that's what I am doing.
Yep.
And I'm doing it with these people.
yep.
That's
Every year.
awesome, dude.
So yeah, it's just one of those that you kind of, all right, best out of a shitty situation or an overall
Yeah.
shitty situation, but.
Very good.
Well, I
Where's
mean,
applause?
good
Where's my
things
applause button? There it is. That was earned. That was earned.
good things can come from bad things.
Oh yeah.
It's not always the funnest thing, but I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
So there
take
you
it.
go.
All
Very
right,
cool.
Sean, you're up.
I mean, there's a few that come to mind. I mean, obviously, birth of the kids and all that stuff, but that's a given. I
When you
would
got-
have to
when
say,
you got Milo, wasn't it? That's what it is.
kind of.
When you got Milo.
No, I'll fight for Pepper.
Pepper was badass. I would say the one there's the one that I would start off with. I got a couple in my head. The one that I would start off with, that really just will always blow me away, and I have video of it, would be proud day and a sad day, because it's the day that Rylan left for the Air Force, and I got to go. Now they will let parents go and watch the swearing in ceremony.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Which, did not happen when I enlisted.
Yeah,
Mom didn't get to see that.
Yeah, pretext. Sean, like, if you're a new listener, Sean is a former military member, Army. So,
Yep.
And he joined at a completely different time. I think he joined in like 1989, if I remember right.
That's accurate.
Yeah. So, anyways, continue.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, getting to go down to San Antonio and watch that, and the pride that people get, obviously, now, because it's not go to war, go to jail. It's not enlist and get your college money. It's it's a real patriotic thing, as well as now if you go to jail, you can't get in, so you're screwed. But
yeah, but if you can get in, you can build a career. So
yeah. So being able to go and watch that, and the captain that was swearing everybody in gave a little speech about service, and the people that can even qualify, and then the percentage of people that actually serve, and just looking back at that, ridiculously proud moment. Not that I'm less proud of any other kids or anything like that, but it meant something to me, because when you,
it's a little more personal to you. I mean, you
yeah,
as being a former member of the military, you know, it's got a certain precedent to it that kind
you
of
know, and
You walk that path, and now he's
Yeah.
walking that path. Of
Well,
course,
and
it's going to
it's-
mean something.
Yep.
well, it's even deeper just because, you know, not realizing how, excuse me, sorry, how deep it went, right? Because, you know, my standard of excellence, whatever you want to call it, was my granddad, was my mom's mom,
Mhm.
Jesus, mom's dad.
We got it. It was close. It was close.
Right? Who,
Well,
you know,
your mom's mom wasn't nothing to fuck with either, though.
yeah, that's truth. But you know, he enlisted in the Army Air Corps at 17 before there was an Air Force, and then did 27 years. Tours in World War II, Korea, and Nam.
Dropping bombs.
Several of those tours as a tail gunner in a B-52, I might add, which is not the place you want to be in a plane when you're trying to get when someone's trying to shoot you down. So, you know, him, you know, that was kind of my standard of excellence. So that definitely led me towards enlisting. You know, and you know, Dad obviously having been in the Air Force, and now, you know, and not even, and I don't want to short Colton on that. I didn't get to watch him swear in,
Yeah.
which pissed me off. But Colton served in the Air Force as well, so we've got, you know, my grandfather and his brother was in the Army, my grandfather in the Air Force, my dad in the Air Force, me in the Army, and both my sons. One veteran and one active in the Air Force right now.
Yeah,
So,
and that veteran is pretty fucking successful from the last I heard.
yeah, he's doing good things. So
yeah, he's doing all right.
So yeah, I mean, you know, the proudest moment, you know, that they served, but you know, actually getting to watch Rylan swear in and remembering, you know, when I swore in and all that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the one. That would be the one that definitely pops into my head quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I can absolutely understand that.
It was also the day that I got way too tipsy and I was already depressed. My wife made me go see Culture Club. I did not tell you this story.
That was such a good story up until that point.
So just to tap it off, right? Because this will be funny for the What the Hellions. So, you know, my son enlisted in the Air Force, which was in San Antonio, which is about an hour and a half from me. And I went down to watch everything. And of course, you know, as most parents are, when kids leave the house, you're sad. So I watch him do his thing and, you know, watch him get on the bus to go to basic training, which was still there in San Antonio. And so I'm a blubbering mess, you know, driving back and tell the wife it's all right. We're going to this hole in the wall Mexican restaurant that we go to because A, it's not fucking packed every day like everything else around here, and B, their margaritas are fantastic. And so yeah, I was going to drink. So I'm already depressed, and I'm sitting there chugging these huge frozen margaritas. I'm, you know, most of the way through the first, you know, it's one of those giant fucking goblets, right? And she's on her phone. She's, man, damn it. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm trying to get tickets. To what?
At that point, I just slapped the phone out of her hand.
No.
Like, to what?
You do
She
not.
goes, Culture Club's in town. I said, you have fun with that. For the record, What the Hellions, I'm a metalhead. I'm not a karma chameleon. Sorry. And so that margarita,
I would say more rock metal, but okay.
That margarita goes away. Another one comes. I'm depressed. And I'm not eating, by the way.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And
Always
their
the
margaritas
greatest
are strong.
choice when you're fucking
Their
slamming
margaritas
tequila.
are strong, right?
Always the best choice.
You get these giant goblets, and even as a bigger guy, usually even if I'm eating and I get two, I can feel the buzz coming, which is kind of why I like them. But I don't remember eating. I might have had chips and salsa. I don't remember eating, and I'm chugging away at these margaritas, just and she's I don't know if she's going where Facebook Marketplace, wherever she's negotiating with some guy to get tickets, and she scores tickets, 2 tickets to go see. The Thompson Twins were the opening band in Culture Club, and I'm like, you better get your fucking sisters or one of your nieces or whatever, and everybody's shooting her down, and in a supreme
Naturally.
moment of depression and alcohol-induced weakness
Oh no.
and trying to be a good husband, I said the worst sentence that may have ever come out of my mouth,
I do. Oh,
Which
wait,
was?
wait, sorry.
which was, if you can't find anybody to go, I'll go with you. At which point the search ended.
Yeah, but see, I can't fault you for that because, like you said, that's being a good husband. Because, I mean, you got to be sitting there and it's like, you suck for putting me in this position, but I don't want you to waste the money, and I still want you to have like somewhat of a good time.
Well, yeah.
Well, and then the rule was, and this is Austin's known for live music, and this is a great venue that it was at because there's bars everywhere. And so the rule was, you're buying the drinks all night long. I'll hold our spot, but you're going back and forth, and that'll be a double Jack and Coke, please. So, anyway, yeah, that's how I wound up going to see Culture Club on one of my proudest and saddest days at the same time. But I did force her to go see Five Finger Death Punch for Retribution.
Well, see, there you go. There you go. And actually, oddly enough, I don't know if I want to play it here. I've got there's some kind of a mashup thing that I found on like Instagram where people like put a bunch like different music and shit together, and I found one that's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Send it to the group text.
Yeah, I could just play it here.
I don't know. Can we do the copyright infringement?
Well,
Yeah,
it's a mashup. So I mean, it's not.
Public domain. Then.
Yeah, but you never know. But
it's not like we're monetizing the YouTube videos anyway. We're not making any money here.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying don't fire on it. I'm just saying be careful. I just don't want to get hit with a bunch of strikes. I mean, we do this for fun here.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. You ready?
I think it just means you can't monetize them more than anything else.
Man. All right.
I'm in this for the money.
No, not that one. Right, ready?
I did my time and I went out. So it doesn't cut. The soul is not so vibrant.
There you go.
Is that Corey Taylor?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound like Death Punch. That sounds like Slipknot.
That's Corey Taylor.
Yeah,
that would be Frank Sinatra mixed with Slipknot.
Okay.
Some of those videos on YouTube are great, where it's like, here's Metallica songs if they were recorded by Slipknot or something like that. And someone does.
I ran into that on Instagram the one time. I'm like, oh my god! All right.
That's pretty good.
Because you just automatically get that that quick shock of you're hearing a little Frank Sinatra, and then all of a sudden Corey Taylor jumps in.
So that
it's not even like Stone Sour Corey Taylor either. It's Slipknot Corey Taylor.
It's like first album Slipknot or second album Slipknot Corey Taylor. So you guys remember that song Barbie Girl?
Oh yeah.
Aqua.
Right.
Yeah,
that. I swear to God, I had never heard this before, but there was I went to karaoke with a friend of mine and we're hanging out, and this guy gets up, and all of a sudden you see that he's gonna sing Barbie Girl, but he does it screamo metal. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen videos of that on the internet before.
All right.
I'm because it makes the whole number one, it makes the whole "come on Barbie, let's go party" line much less creepy.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's the fucking creepiest line in music.
Yeah.
It has to be done right though, because
this guy nailed it.
Because there are certain screaming music that I just don't understand, because it almost just sounds like the guy is just like in a microphone, just flexing his vocal cords, being like, I could be like,
like Cannibal Corpse.
Like, if like if you can scream and I can still understand you, that's the shit I'm into.
Yeah.
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
And like and the we already said it, the band that walks that line and will go either side of it is Slipknot.
Oh, yeah, actually, Five
There's-
Finger Death Punch will too.
Yeah, there's a few
That's good.
Slipknot songs. There's a couple of Five Finger Death Punch songs. I go, that's a bit much.
Well, see, and that's always been my thing. I'm a metalhead too, but yeah, I mean, once you get into where you are essentially just growling into a microphone, I'm like, I'm out. I'm not shitting on it, but I just
I don't
you-
get it.
Not your
It's
thing.
not for me. It's not
that's
for
what
me.
I said. Like, things
for
like
me.
Slipknot, Five Finger Death Punch, or whatever, where it's like a good mix of both.
Yep.
And you can still kind of, even the growling, or whatever, if you can understand it, if there's a little inflection to it, you can actually tell what words are, then
Well, my
I'm
my
definitely-
sweet spot is kind of like a Five Finger Death Punch though, because like you have like loud ass guitars, big ass drums, and then just an amazing vocalist that can just
Agreed.
range.
Yeah.
Well, because again,
And that's that makes me sad because he's announced he's only doing one more record.
Well, that's at least like part of the point to me. It's because okay, again, I'm not trying to shit on it, but if you're just growling into a microphone, that's not really talent, in my opinion. That's just growling into a microphone. If you can actually hit notes and go, like that, I don't know.
Like Ivan Moody, like Corey Taylor.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that like these people aren't musicians. If that's your thing, hey, have fun doing it. I don't care. That's
Dude,
just
if you're
not
making money, whatever, like don't fuck me.
Not
Like
my
I'll
thing.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, not my
But
thing.
this is actually perfect. Both Sean's last topic and the topic we got off on a tangent to for my next.
Oh, I already know where he's going.
For
Yep,
my next
you
trip.
know,
I know
you know
exactly
where
where
I'm
he's going.
going. You know where I'm going. You had to know this was coming because
100%.
Sean and I want to say this was before Jason even joined the podcast. There is a lost episode out there that has been deleted and permanently deleted and will never see the light of day because we got in real deep and this was one of the topics. But I'm not going to let this topic die because, again, this is one of those moments that is fucking near and dear to my heart. I am super proud of this moment. So, as you know, I'm a big video gamer. Sean, not so much. I mean, he plays video games, but like not like I do.
No.
But Sean and I always had a common ground when it came to music. We always had similar tastes in music. Like Sean would be like, check this out. I'd go check that out. And it was always, just kind of like, oh, fuck, this is cool.
Yep.
So then the game Rock Band came out. And,
And we were already addicted to Guitar Hero.
Yeah, we were already addicted to Guitar Hero, but then you added drums and singing and all that. So we picked it up. Second one comes out. So this is the hot thing right now. Like I know it's 2022, and now everybody nowadays like I don't want plastic instruments in my living room anymore. I get it. Like it died. I get it. But at the time, it was the hottest fucking thing. So Valentine's Day. Sean and I had a favorite restaurant. It was a wing bar called Pluckers, still in existence to this day.
And growing like a weed.
Yes. And they partnered up with 89X, which was a local Austin radio station.
101X.
Oh, yeah, 101X. That's what it was.
Yep.
89X is down here. I'm sorry.
You're good. Details.
Yeah, but they partnered up with them and decided to throw a rock band competition.
It was called the Anti-Valentine's Day contest.
Yes, it was held on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure like the here's the fucked up part. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Sean was single at the time. You weren't? Who were you dating?
Shannon.
Oh, Shannon. Okay. I was dating a girl named Charity.
Yep.
And looking back, probably wasn't the greatest move, but I pretty much looked at her and was like, I'm fucking doing this, so deal with it.
But you
But
got to get into the background though before to even get into the contest.
well, yeah, because then there was a whole thing where you had to send in like a video submission and
You had to
like,
basically shoot a fucking music video of your band
Yeah.
doing the song, and then the listeners they'd push it all day long on the radio station. The listeners would click like, and you had to get so many likes to get in. And we wound up in a pissing contest with one of the other bands.
well, I mean, it was pretty much us too. We were the front runners because we were the
Yeah.
only ones that gave effort. Everybody else showed up in street clothes.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
But anyways, so like we get into this contest. So immediately, Sean and my nephew, his son, Rylan, and I lock in.
Who was 10 at the time? 8 or 10?
10, 11.
I don't even think he's
Not a
11.
big
I think
dude.
he's- Yeah.
Well, just not a big dude. Not up there. Still, I mean, I'm not gonna call him a toddler because he like had his wits about him, but he was
Yeah.
tween. He was tweening. So like we just go into full on lockdown mode. We're practicing this song fucking multiple times a day after day.
We're in full rehearsal.
Yeah. So we get in, and I still remember my girlfriend telling me, like, you can either spend Valentine's Day with me or you can do this rock band thing. And I was like, well, can I just do this rock band thing and then we just do some shit after? And it was like, no. So then I went, well, I'm fucking doing this rock band thing. I put all this work in. I'm doing it. So we end up showing up, and I'm going to make a long story short because I feel like I'm ranting and raving. But we killed the performance. Rylan, like,
Stole the show.
literally stole the show, went down, like,
He would
and I mean,
jump.
I can't do this on camera because obviously the camera angle and all that. But like, I don't know too many people that are that flexible. But he like had his legs, like he laid down while playing it solo, but on his knees. If that makes
Okay.
any sense.
We had rehearsed this whole thing. He would jump, right? So he would jump up and then literally land on his knees. I'm going, ow. He's an 8-year-old kid, whatever. Land on his knees and then just stay like that and just start laying backwards while he's playing this plastic guitar. So
and still like hitting every single fucking note too.
Well, see, as a wrestling fan, I think TJ would recognize he was doing the old Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, like, but just at the same time, like, dude is like, he was like 10 years old and just nailing every single fucking note at the same time.
And,
Like, it was incredible, dude.
And for the record, now, and the important part of this though is this place was fucking packed.
Oh, yeah.
There had to be 300 people just in the bar area, which probably should have only held like 100. This place was fucking packed. It was like giving a literal performance. And so we had choreographed a bunch of shit, and Ryland would jump up and do that. And then we were playing Everlong by the Foo Fighters. And then during the guitar solo, I would pick him up, right? And it would be like the old Ozzy Osbourne picking up Randy Rhoads, right? But here, for the record, this was shortly before we went on.
Yes.
Nice.
Right? We're all in karate outfits because
hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, no, hold on. No, keep holding that up. So that's clean shaven, TJ. But I no, you got to get all three of our faces in this because we went karate-ese because we're the Foo Fighters. But I went, all right, guys, let's take a serious picture. Like we're taking like an album cover. So like serious face from Sean, serious face from fucking me. Look at Ryland's face. That's what a 10-year-old does.
He's ready
when
to
you
fight.
Go, serious face.
He's ready to fight.
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, so someone took this as the actual performance. It kind of sucks with the reflection, but I'm trying to get everyone's attention on Rylan. Here's the Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads thing, right? And look at the crowds there taking pictures, and then here's me hamming it up as the front man.
Nice. I can see that.
And
But yeah,
I will tell
I mean,
you, we fucking killed it. But
yeah.
more importantly, even more importantly, it's one of Ryland's favorite moments of all time as well.
And see, that's
Oh.
the fucked up thing is because the idea of when I had this idea of the podcast, like my original idea, and it didn't work out. I was gonna try to get Rylan on for this moment to tell his side of the story, but
I
just
would.
the timing.
We actually need to do that. I want to get his perspective because his perspective from an 8-year-old.
Yeah, like
You know,
the timing just didn't
and now
work
an
out.
adult.
Oh yeah.
And now
But-
being an adult, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I still remember, and it's a proud moment. So yeah, I'm gonna toot my own horn here a little bit.
Yeah,
But
why not?
No, it was
You know.
it was a good thing. I mean, we put a lot of work into that, and TJ was busting his ass on the drums because that's not an easy fucking song to do.
Well, I remember, and especially because we got there and then like shit wasn't perfected like it is now. So
Oh
there
yeah,
was like a delay. So like I had to figure it out. But luckily for me, I had played this song so many times
Oh,
that
God,
all I had to do was find it. If I could find it, I was there. And I found it probably about a quarter way through the song.
Yeah.
And I never lost it. But the biggest thing for me was I hit the drum fill and
Yeah.
I hit it perfectly. And the crowd just erupted. And then we hit the ending.
it's
And
badass.
Everlong ends with just doo, 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 doo. And so I throw my drumsticks up, I get up out of my chair, and I still remember Sean bitched at me about this, but this was not planned. And I was just so fucking proud of Rylan and just the response he got because that crowd was so fucking hot
yeah.
for him that I just went up behind him and I immediately just scooped him up onto my shoulder and was just.
I don't remember bitching at you for that.
No,
Well, and-
you didn't. No, you didn't like bitch at me. You were like, you were just like, dude, you should have told me you were gonna do that. I'd have fucking joined you.
Oh yeah. The funny part was after the competition, right? The judges were doing whatever, and so the guy that was the radio host was kind of a dickhead type radio host dude. He wanted to play a song to kill time while the judges were scoring everything or whatever you want to call it. And so there were other kids there. We were the only ones that had kids in the band. Now there was one band of teenagers, the ones that did the fucking backflip or whatever it was.
Pearl Jam.
But there were a couple of other kids Ryland's age there. And so he was trying to recruit musicians from the crowd, and these kids ran up and were wanting to play. And he literally told these kids, he's like, no, because if you fail, I'm going to be pissed and I'm probably going to make you cry. Right? That's what he told these kids. And then Ryland's like, I want to play, so I should go up there. Then he saw Ryland and he's like, oh, yeah, come on, you can play. So he played guitar for him.
Uh-huh.
After telling these other kids same age, like, no, I'll fucking make you cry.
No, but I mean, yeah, all of us killed it, but I feel like that was just like a Ryland showcase. Like that was
for
Ryland that was a Ryland coming out party.
We would not have got anywhere near the response had we not had the, 8 or 9 year old fucking guitar prodigy.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But
Yeah, but
he was cool.
He was the best. He fucking went for it. It was.
We must have played that song 10 times a day for 2 weeks.
I mean, again,
Practice makes perfect.
This is just a moment that I will think back on and just go, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Because like when we got there, we walked in, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of fucking people here.
Oh yeah.
But it was, it was a cool event.
we didn't realize the turnout either, because like obviously we're hyping ourselves up, but like we don't know what to expect. Like we're
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna practice the song, and whatever happens happens. I'm gonna wear this
Yeah.
karate gi, because luckily Sean had fucking had karate gis for whatever reason.
I don't even remember.
And why not? Who doesn't? I don't.
I think I might have bought one of them.
Well, no, I think you would like.
I had one.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it was like kickboxing or something. I think it was something you had started
Yeah.
that you were like, oh fuck this.
But yeah, it was like we needed a theme and settled on Foo Fighters. I'm like, oh, Foo Fighters, fighting Foo wherever we go.
Yeah.
It just kind of worked. Anyway, yeah, I like that one, and I would say Ryland would agree with you.
But yeah, that's my second one. So either one of you want to jump in?
You got another one there?
If you have a second one, if not, we can wrap it up.
One.
No big deal.
No, I got one. But
I could share another one.
go for it,
Alright,
there,
well.
you magnificent jackass.
Well, oddly enough, I don't know if this is just like a theme with me tonight, but like this actual second one actually has to do with my divorce and my ex-wife as well, which weird, but all right. All right. But it's more of a, the old half part adulting, part sacrifice, part rebuilding, part, all that kind of shit. And it was just, I mean, the shortest version of the story is in only a few years, because after everything happened, I was staying with mom and dad just because, which is already embarrassing enough to be 42/43 and living with your parents again. But at that time I couldn't afford to live on my own. But within only a few years, I mean, I legitimately paid off $17,000 worth of debt. So between paying off student loans and paying off my car, that was part of the sacrifice, was staying at home. And I wasn't paying rent, but which it's not like a pat on the back to go like, well, I sacrificed because of blah blah blah. But I mean, I didn't really have that many bills living at home. And yeah, I could have gone the worst route of spending a bunch of money or going on doing this and doing whatever. And it was like, no, you know what? If I'm going to set myself up for a better future, I got to actually set myself up for a better future. So part of it was the sacrifice of, okay, if I'm going to stay here and I'm not going to pay rent, I'm not going to have bills, and I'm not going to have utilities and blah, 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 then that money's going into a savings account. And between the two of them, it was just one of those things to kind of go, because when I was married, I was the one when I was married who didn't pay attention to the finances. I let her handle it, and I paid the price for it. I won't go into details, but I paid a pretty hefty price for it. And it was just kind of that mentality of rebuilding and being stronger afterwards, to kind of go like, no, you know what, that if I'm going to set myself up for a better future, paying off this debt's the way to do it. And so
dude, like,
no fault.
That to me is great, is because like there's nothing wrong for you being proud of coming out the other side of that shit.
Oh yeah.
That's literally taking lemons, making lemonade.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I'd be fucking waking up every day sticking my flag in that, like, fucking look what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt good, at least between the two, getting that cashier's check and walking to the bank that I had my Jeep through and going, there you go.
Give me my title, please.
It's mine now. And the same thing with the student loan debt, because
I'm like a cockroach. You can't kill me.
Yeah, part of that, which, I mean, I didn't have as much as like a lot of people have now in student loans. And I mean, it was probably only about $8 or $9 grand left out of what I had. But it was like, because at the time I was paying more interest than I was principal. And it was like, I don't want to do that anymore. So it was like, after I paid off the Jeep, saved up another thing, kind of went, there you go. And got rid of it. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the other ones that just sticks out between, from all of that, is just coming out the better end of all of that.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, everybody needs those moments to think about,
Oh yeah.
Just thought of something, so I'm making a note real quick.
Okay.
For another episode. There we go. Got it.
Little inside baseball here.
All right, sorry about that. That's a good one though. I would. I'd agree with TJ. Plant your flag, sing that from the highest mountaintop,
Oh yeah.
yodel it.
Oh crap! Now I got to learn how to yodel.
Please don't.
Damn it!
Uh,
Might not be a bad pastime to look up. You never know.
ask Dad to show you the video.
Oh no, I did. Yeah, they did. Yeah,
He already knew what you were talking about.
he did send me that one.
So if that's the case,
I
I don't
have
want to
seen
know.
I have seen that one.
No, we never went while you were here. There's a place in Wahlberg, just north of Georgetown. It's a German restaurant. They got a German buffet and all that, and they've got a local band, and they're actually pretty good. But one of the guys is German, and can yodel his ass off. So they're up there doing, Oktoberfest songs and whatever else, and they bust out the yodel, and you're just going, wow.
Oh yeah,
They actually turn Back in Black by Highway to Hell by AC/DC into a fucking polka with an accordion and everything, and pull it off. There's no yodeling in it.
well,
Yeah, TJ's like, it's not a question as if you should. I'm not saying they should have, but they did it.
Sometimes we're too busy asking ourselves whether or not if we can.
If we should. Right. All right, my last one. I probably have to give the background into it. So in the military, in the Army, I was mechanized infantry. Didn't care to go for any of the computer jobs or that. I just wanted to. I was 18. I run around, shoot guns, have fun.
I'm a soldier.
Yep. And so in the infantry job, they call them MOS, military occupational specialty, there is an award you can get called the Expert Infantryman Badge. And it's a week-long test with a bunch of different shit you have to do. And the last test, if you make it all the way through, is a 12-mile road march that you have to do with battle gear in less than 3 hours. There are infantry soldiers that go their entire career testing for this every year and never get it, because you can fail and retest twice, right? So once you get they call them no-goes, right? Once you get 2 no-goes, if you get your third, you're out.
Done.
Right. And so you can imagine, and I know they've changed it just due to the current status of what they face. But again, it takes a week to do this, so you can imagine how many different tasks there are. And it starts off by passing the physical fitness test and qualifying as an expert with your rifle, all that kind of shit. Anyway, so it's pretty prestigious. Like I said, there are people who go their whole career and don't get it. And the last part of it, and imagine this. Imagine if you got your one no-go, and that last day you fail the road march, because you can still retest, which means you're gonna do it again the next fucking day. Right? But imagine going through, and we called it being a Blade Runner, where like if you fail the road march, you just wasted your whole fucking week. Right? So what happens is that last day you do this 12-mile road march. Again, it has to be under 3 hours or less. But immediately when you're done, you cross a line, you have to go and properly disassemble your M16, reassemble it, and do a functions check in the proper order. Like this is not combat test. This is details and all that stuff on yes, you have to be able to do it, but you have to be able to hit the details, which is why some never get it.
Yeah.
I got it on my second try. 2 years in to being in the Army. The first year I had no training on any of it. They're just like, here, go out here and you're going to do this. We know you're not going to pass, but go. It'll be good. It'll be good training for you, which it was. Got it on my second try as a PFC.
Nice.
And again, the crazy part is that what you don't realize after road marching 12 fucking miles, and again, I was much younger and much lighter than I am now. I finished the road march in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And so the rule is once you cross the finish line, you go right into the disassemble, reassemble functions check, right? There's no extra points for finishing early. So I sat outside the gate for about 10 minutes, right? To kind of, because your adrenaline's fucking flowing at that point, right? And there's some small ass parts on the M16. And after walking 12 miles, you're trying to get to those parts. You might as well be fucking shivering. And I just remember, like, I could have sat out there for 30 minutes, right? But it's like, nope, I'm gonna go get it over with. Go to this area, and they lined 5 of us up, and my fucking battalion command sergeant major was right in front of me, and he knew me because I had the same one in Germany. No, this wasn't Germany. Sorry, I don't remember how he knew me, but he knew me, and so, going through the thing and, take it all apart and lay it out. Okay. I wasn't worried about that part of it. The part of it that was always messing with people is you had to do the functions check in a certain order. And if you didn't get the order right, you failed. Right. So it was going over that in my head over and over and over again. And he's fucking, he's staring at me, this little fucking PFC, 19-year-old kid. I might've been 20. No, I was 19. And so, get all there, and I'm like trying to put this fucking pin where it's supposed to go, and you only had 2 minutes, by the way, to do the tear down and then the reassembly and the function, and you had to wait for them to come by and watch you do the function. So 2 minutes for tear down, 2 minutes for reassembly. Which, in reality, if you're not shaking, it doesn't even take a fucking minute to break down an M16. For the record,
it's different when the lights are on.
Yeah. So do the tear down, get it back together. Now, standing there, walk by, perform a function check, and you're just listening to them, right? Perform a function check in sequence. You do the thing, and they're like, okay, you're a go or no go at this station. They don't, it's all you want to hear is you're a go at this station, right? Dum. And I'm not quite last. They're walking this way. So the guy gets in front of me. It's okay, perform a function check. When I say go, you're going to perform a function check in sequence, go. And I don't remember for sure what it was, but did the functions check, got done, and I'm staring at the guy. I'm just standing there holding an M16 like this. I'm staring at the guy, and he's writing shit down because all this shit was documented. And fucking Sergeant Major's head's like this, just over his shoulder like this. Da-da-da-da-da. You're a go at this station, blah, blah, blah. And I just remember doing this. Right? Just fucking looking up like, holy shit, I just did this. Sergeant Major running up and smacking me on the chest and, congratulations, McPhee. It's a pretty cool thing. You have to be there. You have to be there, but again, there's people that
considering the meticulous nature, though. I mean, come on.
That's and I know they've changed it. I looked it up a while back. They've changed it. There's some shit on there now I would never pass because there's stuff that I didn't get introduced to that they're expected to know now. So
well, I can also understand that feeling too, because I've taken tests, obviously not like I didn't have to rebuild a fucking M16, but I've taken tests before where it's like, click this button, you're going to find out if you fucking wasted $200 or if you are certified.
Yep.
So I can absolutely understand that feeling of like when they go like, you're a go, you're just probably just like, oh my God, thank you.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's,
Of course, it's the worst because you can't show it right in that moment, even though you want to.
Oh yeah. No, it was crazy. You walk back out, and there's they know it's the last day, so your leadership is there, and the people that have failed out are there, and you walk out, and everyone's kind of got that look like you just had a baby. Like, well,
did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? Yeah.
Because you had to wait for them to certify everything, then they'd come give you your badge so that someone could pin it on you. And this, I guarantee this couldn't happen in the military now, but come out and my lieutenant's there and all that, like this, and I'm just, I'm just doing. I keep forgetting that's the opposite way. I'm just doing one of these, like, yeah, and all of a sudden someone busts out champagne. Let me just tell you, drinking champagne after a 12-mile road march, not a good fucking idea. Not a good fucking idea.
I hadn't considered
because
that.
and
God.
the only cups we had were the cups that fit on the outside of a court canteen, right? You've seen these things in military movies; they're huge, and mine was dirty as shit. And they're like, I'm like, fuck that. Give me the, some down in some champagne. And they come out and certify everything, and someone would sign the orders and give me the badge. And my fucking lieutenant, this is what the Army did back then. Would it went over here, right? And he pinned it on, and then their whole deal back then, when you got that kind of award, or if you got promoted, because back then we had metal pins that were the ranks on our collars. Well, they would pound them into you. So he puts the badge, and it's just it's a long rectangle. It's blue, and it's got the original musket on it, right? And it goes like that, and then he punches the thing into me, and I'm up against the fence, and way back like that into the fence, and come out, and the fucking badge is bent.
Oh.
I'm like, you're a dick, sir. He's like, here, let me fix it. I'm like, I'll take care of it myself. I'm good. Just fucking straighten it out. I don't need any more. I don't need any more penetration into the pelvic there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't touch me,
asshole.
It was a rite of passage. I got more than one promotion where, again, the metal things are right here and they pound it on you. That doesn't hurt. It's when you got to pull them out.
Well, all right.
And then somebody else gets to come do it to you. And then somebody else gets, you get that. They can't do that now.
Oh, well, no.
Now it's just Velcro right here.
I can't imagine why people just stop wanting to join the military. It's just fucking a mystery.
Hey, there's some questionable shit that goes on, but anyway. So yeah, long explanation. Sorry if I bored you, but yes, that's a very proud moment for me again, for the reasons listed.
Absolutely, as it 100% should be. I mean,
Agreed.
You did something that not many people could do, especially at a very young age. At a young age, like I mean, if I had done something like that at 19 or 20 years old, like, look out, I'm walking around with a big swinging dick. Like, nobody's telling me anything until I get my ass beat.
No, I'd screw with, someone would say, like one of the sergeants would say something like, yeah, but do you have one of these?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So here's
I'm better than you.
It's hard to see in the picture, but again, turn that off. It's the blue thing there over my ribbons.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember that picture.
Yeah. I thought I had.
Very nice.
Oh, that's a better picture. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Very coveted. Anyway.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right. With that, well, gentlemen, I think this has been a very successful podcast.
That was a good one. I like that.
I agree.
I like the spin. That was pretty cool.
I was going to say, I mean, how do you guys feel about my spin?
That was a good idea. I like it.
I support it.
And it was not pre-rehearsed or anything. He didn't let us know what the hell was going on. It's like, no.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no.
I went in completely blind.
That was that good, 30 seconds to full minute of bewilderment on a part of Sean and I going like, oh, fuck. What have I done to be proud? Shit.
Yeah.
That's
the fun of it because
I wiped my butt really good.
Well, no, but that's the fun of it though, because and this is the beauty of improv. And I'm not saying like you improv those stories because obviously those stories are true, but it pulls something out of you where you get put in a moment. You're like, I have to pull something out.
It's true.
And I love that. I love pulling that out of people. So
I used one less square of toilet paper today. Yes.
Well, but to your point, there's enough negative shit, and there'll always be shit to rant about,
exactly.
and talk shit about, and
Okay. That was a good
given
reversal. That was a good reversal.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
and I hope the What the Hellions enjoyed it and appreciated it as well, because it's
Hopefully
true. We can talk shit about stuff all day, but to sit down and think about something to bring some positivity in, yeah, I'm in. Applause to TJ.
And like I said, What the Hellions, it doesn't have to be all the time. If you enjoy it, let us know. If you don't enjoy it and you don't like it, you want us to rant about shit and rail on shit, I'm glad to do that too. I'm just trying to, mix it up a little bit. Keep you
Yeah.
entertained, keep you
Nothing wrong with that.
interested.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
And again, we'll throw it out there again. We've done it plenty of times, but show suggestions. You like it, you hate it, you want to hear something, you got an idea for a rant or a positive topic or whatever, send us the email that still remains empty. What the hell podcast at yahoo.com.
Bunch of jerks.
Had to get that in.
Still empty.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
All right.
All right. Well, that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, like, rate, subscribe. We love y'all. And I'm just going to sign it off. This is for Jason and Sean. Be good to each other, people.
You heard him.